Dear all, this is the fourth lesson on transformations. Today we're going to focus on enlargement. So what is enlargement? In enlargement we're going to have a shape which we're going to enlarge by a scale factor. The scale factor can be positive, greater than 0, can be negative, less than 0, or can be fractional, for example 1/2. Just remember that when you have a shape and you enlarge it by a scale factor of 1, it means that the shape remains as it is. If I enlarge it by 2, by 3, I'm multiplying by 2 and by 3. If I enlarge it by a scale factor which is a fractional, for example 1/2, the shape will be half, the length of the sides will be half the length of the original shape. So, what are we going to learn in this lesson? First of all, we're going to learn, number 1, how to enlarge a shape from the origin. Number 2, we're going to see how to enlarge a shape when the center of enlargement is not the origin. So from any other point. Number 3, we're going to see how to find the center of enlargement. Number 4, we're going to find how to enlarge a shape by construction. Those are our 4 objectives for this lesson. Let's start from the beginning. Let's start by finding how to enlarge a shape from the origin. So let's start with an example. For example, using a set of axes both positive, plot triangle ABC having A the coordinate 2,1, B 2,3, and C 4,1. We are going to enlarge triangle ABC using a scale factor of 3 from the origin. Now, even for this, there is a rule. We're going to discover what the rule is. So let's start by drawing the grid. We need a positive pair of axes, so we don't need the negative part. 0 upwards. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. This is the y-axis. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Here we have the x-axis. So our triangle, let's remember what were the coordinates. Our triangle was A 2,1, 2,3, and 4,1. So it's 2,1, 2,3, and 4,1. That's our triangle A, B, and C. Let's draw the triangle so it will be much easier for us. That is our triangle. So we need to enlarge this triangle by a scale factor of 3 from this center point here. Now what am I going to do? I'm going to say, how do I arrive from the origin to point A? To arrive from the origin to point A, I have to move 2 on the x-axis and 1 on the y-axis. If I multiply that by 3, I would be enlarging the shape by 3. So multiplying by 3, 2 by 3 is 6, and 1 by 3 is 3. So this is A. So A becomes 6, 3. Let's notice that A had the coordinate of 2, 1. Scale factor of 3 became 6, 3. It's quite obvious what's going to happen. We can clearly see that we have multiplied the coordinate by the scale factor of enlargement. So, using the same method for the other 2 points, we have C, which has a coordinate of 4, 1, and B, which has a coordinate of 2, 3. Multiplying those 2 coordinates by 3, 4, 1 becomes 12, 3, and that is B. And 2, 3 multiplied by 3 becomes 6, 9. 6, 9. 6, 9 is that point there. Let's draw the triangle. Let's draw the triangle. That is our triangle. That is our enlarged triangle. So this is an enlargement, scale factor 3 of this triangle from the origin. You always need to check whether you have done that correctly. Okay, so how do I check? We check by using our ruler, and if I place my ruler there, maybe accurate. If I pass through point C, I'll arrange these two because these are changed a little bit. Let me change those. This is point C, this is point B. So, if I rotate my triangle, my ruler, we can see that the ruler passes through the origin, passes through this point C, and passes again through that point C. It should do the same for the other 2 points. So it should pass through A, and that's passing through A. You can see clearly that it's passing through A, and it also passes through B. So we can see clearly that it passes through B. If you have a mistake somewhere, you would notice immediately, okay? And of course, correct that mistake. So what did we do? As a rule, if the enlargement is from the origin, if enlargement is from origin, all we need to do is multiply the coordinates by the scale factor of enlargement. This gives us the result. So that's quite easy, that's very easy. That was an enlargement from the origin. What happens now when the enlargement is from another point? It's not from the origin. So let's draw an example and find out what we need to do. There's an extra step, of course, involving more marks. So for example, plot triangle ABC having coordinates A minus 2, 3, B minus 5, 3, and C minus 4, 5. Enlarge triangle ABC by a scale factor of 2 from the point minus 7, 5. So that is going to be our problem. We're going to start by drawing a set of x's. This time we need both the positive and the negative. I'm going to draw a set of x's from minus 8 to 8, or if manageable. Let's see. So here are our set of x's. So I have 0, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, minus 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 5, minus 6, minus 7. This should be enough. So let's see. Our triangle was minus 2, comma 3, minus 2, comma 3. That was point A. Point B was minus 5, 3, minus 5, 3, and minus 4, 5, minus 4, 5. That was our point C. So that's our triangle. Let's draw the triangle. That is our triangle. Now we need to enlarge that triangle scale factor of 2 from the point minus 7, 5. The point minus 7, 5 is this point here. It is our point minus 7, 5. So that is going to be our center of enlargement by a scale factor of 2. Let's see what's going to happen. So this time I can just pick the coordinates and multiply the coordinates. We're going to do something similar to what we have done when we rotated shapes from a point which was not the origin. So let's see. To arrive from P to coordinates A, B, and C, I need to move some values x and some values y. So from P to A, I need to move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the x, minus 2 on the y. 5 and minus 2. From P to B, I need to move 2 and minus 2. And from P to C, I need to move 3 and minus 2. Sorry, 3 and 0. So those are our movements to arrive from P to those points. The enlargement is by a scale factor of 2, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to multiply those by 2. And I get my new results. Multiplying by 2, I get 10 minus 4, I get 4 minus 4, and I get 6 and 0. So let's do it now. So from P to my new point A is going to be plus 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and minus 4, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4. So this is my new point A. To go to B, I need to move 4 and minus 4. So from P, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and minus 4, minus 1, 2, 3, and 4. This is B. To go to C, I need to move 6 and 0, so it's just 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is my new point C. So our triangle is going to look something similar to this. So this triangle has been enlarged by a scale factor of 3 from this triangle, from this point. Again, we can check whether it's correct, again using the ruler trick. Okay, so I have 0 there. C passes from C. A passes from A. And B passes from B. So that's correct. Okay, so that's our second part of the lesson. Okay, where we have enlarged the shape from a point which is not the origin. Now, on the other hand, if we have an enlargement which has been already done, and we need to find the center of enlargement and the scale factor of enlargement, in your minds you already know what's going to happen, because it is the inverse of this, of what we have done just right now. So let's see an example. So this time finding the scale factor and center of enlargement. shape A, shape B. Describe the transformation which maps triangle A to triangle B. So, what do we need to do? First of all, we're going to find the scale factor of enlargement. This is not so difficult. Scale factor of enlargement. This is of length 2. This is of length 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, from A to B, I need to multiply by 3. Multiplying by 3, I get A to B. So, the scale factor is 3. Now, what is the center of enlargement? What do we need to do? So, we're going to take up our rulers. I'm going to take a shortcut. And we're going to find 2 corresponding vertices and draw a line. I'm going to find another 2 corresponding vertices and draw another line and do the same with the last vertex. Note that all 3 have met at the same point. Alright, so this is the center of enlargement. That is the center of enlargement. In our case, it's going to be the coordinate -1, -2, -3, -4, -5.5, 5. So center of enlargement is -5.5 0.5. That is our center of enlargement. Now, how would I have described if the problem if instead of enlarging triangle A to triangle B, if we chose to enlarge triangle B to triangle A? So, which transformation maps B to A? If we look well, you might have the answer immediately. So from B to A, let's do the same thing. B has a base of 6, A has a base of 2. For 6 to become 2, now it's the inverse of multiply, so it's divide. So the scale factor from B to A is 1/3 because we are dividing by 3. Center of enlargement is the same. Center of enlargement is going to be again -5.5, 0.5. So that is how to find the scale factor and the center of enlargement. Last part, you might be asked to perform an enlargement using a scale factor from a point, but this time by construction. So enlarging a shape by construction. So let us assume we have the following triangle. And we need to enlarge the triangle from this point by a scale factor of 2. So enlarge triangle A by a scale factor of 2 or 3 from P. Let's do a scale factor of 3. Of course, if it's by construction, we need our ruler and our compass. So first thing which we need to do is take out our ruler, place it on P, and draw a very faint line from P all the way through. This is the first one. I'm going to do the same for the other vertices. I have the second one, and for the third vertex I have the third one. So we have drawn 3 very faint lines. Now we're going to use the compass to do the construction. So I'm going to place the compass on P and start my construction. Notice that that is the distance from P to the first vertex. I'm going to do the same for 3 times. So that's 1, that's 2, and that's 3. So our first point is this one here. I'm going to do the same for the other 2 vertices. So this is the other vertex. I have taken note of the measurement. That's 1, that's 2, and that's 3. So that's the point for the other vertex. Same thing for the last one. I have the distance 1, this is 2, and that's 3. I don't need the compass anymore. So those are my 3 vertices. It's 1, it's 2, and it's 3. Now I can draw the enlarged triangle. And now, as you can see, this triangle is the enlargement of this triangle from center P by a scale factor of 3. Same thing if you need to do the reverse. If you have the 2 triangles already drawn, all you need to do is draw these 3 lines where they meet is the center of enlargement. If you need to find how much is the scale factor of enlargement, you measure one side of this triangle, you measure the same side on the other triangle, you divide values, and you get the scale factor of enlargement. Let me now give you just one example so that you can work it out at home. Work out. Mela plot on a set of axes from -8 to 8 on both axes. Triangle ABC having coordinates A 2,1, B 4,1, and C 3,3. Enlarge triangle ABC 1 by a scale factor of 2 from the origin. Number 2 by a scale factor of -2 from the origin. Number 3 by a scale factor of 1/2 from the origin. And last but not least, by a scale factor of 2 from the point 5,2. That's all for today. Hope you have a nice evening or day, depending.